name is Soumya Sarkar और आप देख रहे हैं Wealth Redefine blog. In today's blog, we will be talking about most important event which has happened recently, is budget. So, how do we rate the budget? Overall, I think it's a very satisfactory and long-term growth-oriented budget. यहाँ पर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने एक लॉन्ग-टर्म प्रोस्पेक्टिव को हाथ में रखा है. That means this budget is more of a digital budget, which is going to happen in probably 10 years, and this is a very mature budget. Come back to the point number 1. You can see that government has increased the capital expenditure. Capital expenditure means that they are going to spend money on different kind of infrastructure projects. Capital expenditure is one of the main instruments to push the economy. Because when there's a capital expenditure happens, it moves from government to corporate and corporate to the retail. So that means lot of people is going to be benefited out of this capital expenditure. And usually you see that government push the capital expenditure. Now, another part is current account deficit. Current account deficit has definitely is on a higher side. It's approximately more than 6% against the GDP. It ideally should have been around 2.2 to 3%, maximum can be 3.5%, but it has gone up. It has gone up due to major reason of COVID. Economies were not doing well, so there is a lot of borrowings happened and all those things. And that is one of the reasons that CAD has gone up. But when I'm talking about the CAD has gone up, you have to see the estimated tax collection. So government has taken a very, very low estimation of tax collection. If you go to the websites of Finance Ministry, you can find it that approximately 14,70,000 crore has already got as a tax till December. But government has taken an estimation of approximately 17,70,000 crore approximately. So that means in 3 months they are expecting a very little tax collection, which I think is a very, very underestimate. So obviously if it goes up, and if it crosses the amount, if probably another 1 or 2 lakh crore extra, then obviously the CAD will come down. Now government has done a good part in terms of infrastructure and the capital expenditure and managing the CAD and everything. But I think the government could have done slightly better in terms of giving relaxation to the middle class taxpayers. Reason is that suppose if you are paying a tax of 35%, instead of 35% you are paying a tax, for example, for 25%. So 10% money which has been there can be used for consumption, and probably both sides, the government side as well as from the individual side, middle class individual side, both way the consumption could have picked up. So this is one of the things which may finance minister may have worked on it. Because see, the middle class usually hardly take any advantages from the tax which he pays or she pays. For example, the middle class people or upper middle class people hardly go to the government school, or they don't go to the government hospitals for that treatment and everything at this point of time. So the tax they are paying, obviously they are not getting the same benefit as the return. Yes, we may say that it's a backbone of the nation building, and probably 15-20 years down the line we may see that there are a lot of good government schools and government hospitals come up where the treatments are good and everything. As of now, it may change it, but I think this budget has given a direction towards that government are going for a long-term growth perspective. Again, one good thing happened in the budget is that it's not a popularist budget. So keeping elections in mind, lot of things, SOPs which is given, that they have not given. So it has given a complete understanding that there will be no extra benefit looking at the election point of view. They have given a clear idea that it would be capital oriented and it would be a reform oriented budget. Now come to another important factor is cryptocurrency. A lot of clients ask me whether it has been legalized or not. No, it has not been legalized. Government, in my view, is not going to legalize the so-called private cryptocurrencies. Finance Minister already said that RBI is going to bring a cryptocurrency in 2023, and I think there they might do some tricks and in terms of in the cryptocurrency or digital currency space. But if you are a private currency, suppose, then you have to pay flat 30% tax in the profit. There is no relaxation in it, and there is no compensation against other. Like for example, if you make a loss in one asset, one class of an asset, and if you make a profit on the same class of an asset, you can compensate both the things and get the tax benefit. So suppose if you loss in Reliance share and if you make money in HDFC share, it can be compensated, and you have to see the net capital gain. Here in this case, this is completely wiped out. So even if you make profit in Bitcoin and you loss in the other currency, cryptocurrencies, you have to pay the 30% tax on the Bitcoin. You cannot compensate it. It is one of the major blow to the cryptocurrency holders, and it can give a probably maybe a end of road for the cryptocurrencies in India. Not in terms of banning them, but in terms of taxing them in such a way that people start discouraging investing there. And I think most of the developed country would follow this kind of rules, where you cannot convert into a digital currency into a physical currency and all those things. They will not consider as a currency, they will consider as a digital asset, and then they tax it in such a way that probably the interest of growing it fast may fading out. See, another good part of cryptocurrency is that you are keeping the money, making the profit in digital form, while you are paying the tax in a physical form. That means you have to pay the tax from the bank. So this is one of the thing which has come up by the finance minister. I think overall it has given good thing in the budget. But one thing I must tell you, that budget has become a non-event now. You can see that same tax rate, not changing in tax rate, growth oriented budget, not giving any sector wise changes. This has given a good thing for the foreign investors. So foreign investors look for this kind of thing where the country has a stability in terms of tax, in terms of reforms, in terms of growth and everything. Because suppose that they invest the money with keeping one taxation in mind, and when they are putting another tranche, there is another taxation, so it's difficult for them. So government has shown a lot of maturity in this case, where they have not changes in taxation, and they have given a signal that we are becoming more matured in terms of taxation as well as the economy. I think otherwise this overall budget is become a non-event day, because if you look at the US market, US economy, it is the biggest economy, but you don't remember their budgets, because there are hardly any changes. Inflation is under control, the money flow is under control, and all those things. So budget doesn't make them a big thing. So we are actually going out of the era of late 90s or early 2000, where budget may significantly change the person's savings or person's investment strategy and all those things. This budget has definitely been bullish in terms of the market. Market has taken it positively because there is a reforms is there. Infrastructure will be benefited, as well as you see there is no changes in the tax. So the taxing the rich and taxing the 45% tax on rich and all those things have literally nullified by the finance minister. I think there's a good budget. Probably finance minister could have done better in terms of middle class. Otherwise, it's absolutely a fine budget. I think the budget deserves approximately 7 to 8 out of 10. And this capex investment will definitely help India in the long-term growth. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, you may subscribe to the channel. We will come up with this kind of videos on a regular basis. If you have any queries, you may write in the comment, or you can send us an email. As you do, we will keep on work on those and resolve your queries. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.